Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I was just checking our little stall here, and we have made some sales. I think XB came by and bought, looks like 13 diamonds worth of rockets. So we have officially turned a profit. We have officially made our first diamonds on the server through commerce. So that's pretty cool. Today, what I want to do is I want to tackle the sugarcane farm so that we can actually properly stock rockets. Right now, we've got gunpowder taken care of, but this is all I have for a sugarcane farm. And to be fair, I've got roughly a little bit less than a double chest of sugarcane right now from using that farm. I mean, we're doing okay. But that's going to burn up really quick in the rocket business. Because if you think about it, one line of sugarcane, so 9 stacks of sugarcane, will make 1 shulker box worth of rockets. And if you're selling, I mean, when people buy rockets, they buy a lot of rockets. So, and I need to make sure that we have a steady stream of this. So I think the agenda for today is the sugarcane farm. I've been working on some things between episodes to kind of get prepared. Let me sleep real quick here since it is sunset. There we go. I could build a sort of vertical sugarcane farm that's like a hall, right? Like I've done many times in the past, but I think I want to try something a little bit different. I think I want to do a different design and see how it works. So I have been digging out my slime chunks over here. Still don't have them dug out all the way, but I've gotten them to Y level 32. And slimes will spawn below Y level 40. So if I stand here long enough, some slimes will spawn. Right now there's, oh, actually no, Tango's online. Doc and Green were online, and Iskall. What happened? Everyone disappeared. Anyway, you look away for 2 seconds. But if I stand here long enough, a slime or 2 should spawn. I can then kill them, and with a looting 3 sword, I can get a fair amount of slime balls. And I think what I want to do is a sugarcane farm that is harvested with a slime block flying machine, which I think should be really interesting. And also, I have never done anything with slime block flying machines in Minecraft in my entire life, so it may end a disaster. Also, I just noticed like 2 minutes ago that all of my animals are upside down. All my chickens and my cows are upside down. So Green has started a game, or is starting a game, called Tag, which is essentially tag meets capture the flag meets the dragon egg, and it sounds really interesting. So I'm gonna sign up for this. He wants, I think, 1 diamond block, and I guess we just plop it down. I don't see any like book or anything like that to sign our name, but I'm sure he will be able to figure out who signed up and who didn't. But yeah, this starts tomorrow for me. Today is July 3rd when I'm recording this, so I guess I'll plop down my diamond block, we'll sign up for this game, and maybe that will bring us some amusing shenanigans. Alright, my friends, I think I have chosen a location for the sugarcane farm. So we are off the main island. We're basically directly west of my base. Like, my base is pretty much straight over that way, just across the ocean. And you can see there's actually a spot over here where I dug out a bunch of grass earlier. And I think this will actually work out pretty well because the area is fairly flat. This will be 1 level that we dig essentially just a tiny bit into the ground. And because it'll be off the main island, like, we won't have to worry about it generating any sort of lag or anything like that unless I'm actually here AFK. And I have no idea how laggy this farm is going to be because I've never built a farm like this before. So it should be interesting. So I think the dimensions that I want to go for, you know what? I think I left my ender chest over here. Yep. Oops, that's fine. I slept right before right before I started recording this clip, and I left my stuff over here. Okay, there we go. So the dimensions that we're gonna go for, I was doing a little bit of research, and basically the slime block flying machine, I guess you'd call them blades, that we're gonna be using, are 20 blocks each. So I think what I want to do is have 2 of those blades, which means the farm will be 40 blocks. And then it's really just a matter of how long I want it to extend in the other direction. I'm thinking maybe like 40 by 60, something like that, I think could work out. Roughly. I mean, it's a little bit of it is going to depend on like how the sugarcane is laid out, but like I'm thinking roughly 40 by 60-ish. And we're also going to need a mine. Everything's going to be picked up via hopper mine carts. So we're going to need a lot of minecart tracks and a lot of hoppers and stuff like that as well. But I think that should be pretty good. And that's going to be a lot of sugarcane. Because the way the farm will be laid out is basically we'll have, well, you'll see. I think the first thing I need to do is basically dig out a 40 by 60 area that is dug down just like, I don't know, 3 blocks, basically, because we'll need the sugarcane and then the minecart. So, and then the tracks. So actually, really, I only need to dig it down like 2 blocks. But yeah, I'm gonna have to flatten a 40 by 60 area here. So let me get that done. I'm here at the Enderman farm repairing my tools, and I'm reminded of a question that a lot of people asked when I built this farm in episode 3, and that is, if I want people to turn off the farm when not using it, why do a lever? Why not do pressure plates right here? And the answer is very simple. If someone accidentally throws one of their tools into the killing chamber, I want them to be able to have still the possibility of getting it back. It would still be a nightmare to do because you'd have Enderman dropping on you all the time, but if you have full armor, you could probably squeeze in there real quick and pick it up. Whereas if we had pressure plates, the moment that you tried to go into the killing chamber, it would open and your tools would be gone forever. So I wanted to use a lever. Like, I thought about pressure plates, but I'm like, nah, let's make it so that if somebody chucks a tool in there, it's still technically possible for them to get it back. Okay, so I've got the hole all dug out, and it did end up being exactly 40 by 60. And I've begun laying out the powered rails and the rail system underneath. So basically, it's very simple. Starting at the very edge, you got 1 block, and then it's just a gap, 2 blocks, a gap, 2 blocks, a gap, 2 blocks, all the way down until you get to the very end. And then it's symmetrical with a single block over here. So each of these redstone block rows essentially is going to be where the sugarcane is. So we'll have sugarcane, this will all be water, sugarcane, sugarcane, water, sugarcane, sugarcane, water, etc., etc., and that will go down the entire length of the farm. Now, I have a little bit of a problem. I forgot just how much iron you go through making these powered rail systems. I went through basically all of my iron. I've got a few stacks of iron left, but I've already used probably twice this much, and we're not going to even be close to having enough iron to even just make the rails for this whole thing. And I don't know that we've got enough powered rails either, because the way I've got the power rails set up, we've got 2 on each of the ends. over here, and then there's 10 blocks of regular rails, a single powered rail, 10 blocks of regular rails, a single powered rail, 10 blocks. Actually, I don't think this middle one is actually 10 blocks. It might be more. It's like 2 powered rails, 10 blocks, powered rail, and then I think maybe there's like 13 in the middle or something. I don't know. But yeah, I need to basically replicate this going all the way down the entire length of the farm. And then we're also going to need some minecart loading and unloading stations, or actually just unloading realistically on this side, so that we can grab all the stuff that the hopper minecarts pick up. And that's going to require hoppers, which also require iron. So I'm very, very short on iron. I don't know if anyone on the server has an iron farm yet. I think Exuma might have one, but he is not logged on at the moment. So I may just have to go mining. I may just have to go caving to try and get iron that way. Thankfully, with Fortune, it's not ridiculously bad anymore, now that iron ore can be affected by Fortune. So if I find like a good cave system somewhere, we might be able to get enough to do this, but definitely going to need more iron. What we have right now is not going to cut it. A little bit of a progress update for you, my friends. I did some caving. It turns out that there's actually an abandoned mine shaft down through this cave system right here. Also, hello, iron. I need you. And I did a bit of exploring, and we actually did pretty well overall. So let me show you what I managed to fish up, essentially, just during that small caving session. So over here, this is the good stuff. I managed to find a bunch of minecarts and rails, which is relevant for our project, because every one of these minecarts that I find down there is 5 iron that I don't have to spend to make a minecart. So that's pretty good. And then I found all of this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stacks of iron, roughly. And then I just found a bunch of other, like, random junk and stuff, too. But I think this probably is enough iron now that we can finish this project. At least I'm hoping so. Because I think I've got most of the hoppers made. That's going to take a lot of iron, though. I think, actually, I might need to make about another stack of hoppers or so. But either way, I'm hoping that between the iron that I had and the iron that I just found while I was caving, that we'll have all the resources now we need to get this thing done. All right, my friends, I have all of the rails for the farm in place. Took a little while, but it's taken care of. So now we need to get all the unloading and loading stations in. I think we should probably do that before we cover up the farm and all that kind of stuff. So basically, let's just clear out a little bit of space, like over here. And then let's dig this down. Actually, you know what? Let's do this one over here instead, because this is a double. And this is how most of them are going to look. Basically, it's a single slice, and you just repeat the same slice over and over and over again. But I think what we're going to want to do is grab... Where are my rails? Where's my shulker? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So basically, we have something like this. Just 2 rails. And then let's go here, I think. This will be our hoppers. So we'll grab a couple of those. We'll have one facing down. Let's do it like this. We'll put our hopper line under this row right here. And we'll do these 3 all at once together. So push those down to the ground and feed these hoppers into these hoppers. And then we'll just go... You know what? We can probably bring this whole thing. I'm trying to think. Where's our... This is where the leaves are going to be. So yeah, I think we can actually line it up over here without any real issues. So let's put our hoppers here into the ground. There's going to be a hopper line underneath this, I think. Eat a little food real quick. There we go. Okay. So then, let's give ourselves a little bit of space here to work with. So, oh, no. You broke it. Okay, so something like this, and I need powered rails as well, and a powered rail on this one. And then we just need a block here, so that when we go like this... Oh, it actually worked. Okay, cool. Sometimes these are a little finicky, where they don't stop quite where you want them to stop. Well, we'll basically end up with something kind of along these lines. So then, let's grab this chest. Just make some polished diorite. My redstone block of choice. Oh, hello, iron. I'm going to ignore that one, though. And we're going to do a shape kind of like this. And then we actually need to go back the other way as well. So we're basically going to end up with like an X shape, right? Something like that. Grab some torches, some repeaters, and some comparators. And we essentially have... Did I not grab comparators? I did not grab comparators. Okay, I'm dumb. There we go. We have a comparator reading the hopper. We have a repeater on top right here. We have a torch sticking out of the back of this block and a torch underneath the bottom of this block. And that is essentially it. And then back on this side. So let's actually just do... Let's just dig this whole bit out right here. There we go. And then on this side, what we're going to end up with is another repeater going into this block. And we'll essentially have a redstone line that will run all the way along this. And we'll essentially be able to turn these off completely. I'll show you how that will look in just a second here. So let's just mirror this, and it's exactly the same as before. So comparator. And repeater. Repeater. And then once more, give us our little X shape. Like this. There. Comparator, the hopper, and repeater. And then, as I said, there will be a line of redstone that goes right along here so that these can be turned off completely. Although I just realized I don't actually have a lever. We are going to make one because we need that. Stick. I saw one. Here we go. There we go. And we'll just put a lever right here for now. So that when we light these up, that'll make these things work. So basically what happens here is when the minecart hoppers reach this block, if they have stuff in them, this hopper will start picking up that stuff. This comparator will then go, oh, hey, there's stuff in here. I need to turn off this rail. And basically the minecart will just chill here until it's fully unloaded. Once these hoppers no longer have stuff in them, the comparator goes, oh, there's not stuff in here anymore. And it unpowers the rail. And then the minecart can go flying off again. But I want the minecarts to stay here unless they need to be picked up. So like most of the time, the sugarcane is just going to be growing, which means we don't need the minecarts running back and forth. And I find that especially on servers, minecarts can be really finicky. If you go AFK, they can get stuck. They can randomly stop. Like it just, they are very prone to breaking. So the way to make sure that you keep them working is to make sure that all of your lines are straight and they don't have to turn any corners as far as the rail cart tracks go. And then the other thing you can do is when you don't need them to be picking up stuff, leave them. Leave them in one place so that when you hit a lever, they go flying off, they do their thing, they come back, and then that's it. The less moving they have to do, the less likely they are to break. So we'll have a redstone line along here that can basically just turn this whole thing off, and then even if there's stuff in this hopper, you can see these rails are still unpowered. Whereas if we have the thing on, if there's stuff in this hopper, you can see the rail turns off. So yeah, that's basically the whole point of having this extra little bit right along here. And yeah, this is basically just what we repeat over and over and over again for all 40 of these minecart tracks. So I just woke up from a little bit of a nap, and during said nap, I was AFKing in my little AFK platform thing, and everything has been licenified, and I find this sign that says, "How you liken me now?" Oh, what a wonderful pun. I'm going to assume this was Impulse, because I was talking with him earlier today, and he said that he was planning on building a lichen farm. So I'm going to assume it was him, but, like, I don't know for sure. Either way, it's a perfectly wonderful pun and a great little prank. All right, my friends, if I have done my math correctly, I think we now have everything we need to completely finish the farm. So I've laid out a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns here with a 6, basically the wall of the farm is essentially going to be this line right here. And then it's 2, and then it's a jack-o'-lantern, gap of 6, jack-o'-lantern, gap of 6, etc., going all the way down. So these are nice and evenly spaced. This is to light up the farm, because obviously we don't want stuff like creepers and things like that spawning inside of our farm. That could be very bad. So I'm not going to do this entire thing with you, but we'll do just like one little bit of it together, like one little slice, I guess you would say. So the way this is going to work is we're going to have grass. We're going to have grass going like this. And this is where the water is going to go, right on top of this. So we can do something like that. And then right here, we can fill in grass as well. And also here, because this is the edge. There we go. And then we'll go over this like so. Yeah, this is the water. Yeah, okay. So we'll do like this one little slice of it together. Grass like so. Do a little of this, do a little of that. I'm gonna need more grass. Do I have this shulker box right here? Let me just grab a couple stacks. And then we fill in the top right here. And this will go all the way down. Just like so. Oh, there we go. So this is where the sugarcane is actually going to grow. And then the water is going to go here, right? It'll go in these little bits. So we're not going to do the entire water bit together. But the idea is by putting the jack-o'-lantern in the water, everything will still remain lit up, as you can see, because water doesn't actually block the light levels at all. So that's how this will work. And we can just kind of fill this whole thing in as we go. And then what we'll end up doing is taking leaves, and this is the edge of the farm right here. This is, oh wait, hold on. This is actually the edge of the farm right here. There we go. So this is also the final row of sugarcane. So basically, these leaves will go right on top of the water like this. And we're using leaves because mobs can't spawn on top of them. And also, they cannot be picked up. They're immovable. So slime blocks will not mess with them. So that's why we're using leaves here. And they kind of look nice. So yeah, basically, this is the layout. You know, the leaves will once again go like so once the water's actually in place. But that's essentially what I have to do. And I got to do that for the whole farm. So let me get it done and let's do it as a time lapse.
Someone shorted me on some wings. I'm missing a pair and with no diamonds to show. Hey, Wells.
Hey, Impulse.
Did you come to pay for the wings?
No, I've got wings. I've got a couple of wings. This is a very unique build.
Yeah, that's a good word. That's a good word. It's an eyesore.
Yeah, it's.
You get it?
I get it. I appreciate the wordplay.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have a very punny town right here. Yeah.
So
it doesn't end there, of course, because you got, like and subscribe.
Of course, of course.
For your liking needs. Check this out. Over here, we've got another eyesore of a different type. This is eyesore.
Ah. Wow. You guys are, yeah, what a crew. So
thanks.
Have you heard the news on this server about the No Wings Club?
Is that the thing that Skyline started?
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously not happy. Business has slowed ever since he opened that stupid club.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, you're selling rockets, I'm selling rockets, and yeah, it's definitely hurting my bottom line a little bit, and I imagine it's doing the same for you. So like, this cannot stand.
No, I don't know what to do about it, honestly. I mean, I tried to talk people into, hey, you don't need to do that. Having wings is cool, but I don't know. He's got a club. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I tried playing nice as well. Maybe we make our own club.
Like a we're cool because we can fly club?
The No Wings Club.
The No Wings Club, okay. The anti-No Wings Club. Something like that could work.
Working title. I mean, yeah, we'll come up with a fancy name later. But, something, yeah.
Let's do it. I mean, that could be a thing. We'll make a club. Obviously, it's working for him. People are joining it. So if we make our own club and entice people to come in, that also means that, you know, they're going to need wings if they want to be part of the Cool Kids Club.
Exactly. And if they need wings, then they need rockets. And if they need rockets, then they spend their diamonds to buy their rockets from either you or me.
Yep, that's what we need to do. Okay. Let's do it. We got to noodle on a little bit, come up with a better name than the No Wings Club probably, and maybe we can come up with a cool way to entice them to join. You know, this gal's giving out medals or something. I don't know. We got to come up with something if we're gonna want people to join the club.
I'm sure if the two of us put our heads together, we can come up with something that will ultimately result in a large increase in profits for both of us.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, man. Yeah, let's figure something out and yeah, let's start a club, dude. That sounds like fun.
Excellent. I'm glad you're in. We'll shake on it.
All right. You can't really shake hands in Minecraft. You can just punch each other, but hey.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. All right, man. Talk to you later.
Well, my friends, I think the farm is pretty much done. The only thing I need to do the only thing left to do is wire up a clock so that this thing can run automatically while I am AFK here. Other than that, it's all good. But before I wire up the clock, let's actually test the thing out. I made a couple additions. I added one more minecart track on either end of the farm because I noticed what was happening is the slime blocks were pushing a lot of sugarcane out past the farm. Through the holes that are in the leaf walls here to make room for the slime block blades. So I basically just added a second channel on either side that should pick all of those up. And that is basically it. As you saw, I got some help from Cub Fan with getting the actual slime block cutting blades finished. So let's test this thing out and see how it goes. I mean, this thing has 1,600 sugarcane planted here, which is, I want to say about a shulker box and a third, somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly how. No, actually, a shulker box I think is like 1,700. So that's basically like 2 shulker boxes, give or take, per harvest. And we can get roughly 2 harvests per hour because it takes about 30 minutes-ish for sugarcane to fully grow. Obviously, there's a lot of variation in that, but just on average, 30, 40 minutes or so for sugarcane to fully grow. So we're looking at like 2 harvests per hour. So first thing first, let's turn on all the minecarts, get our collection system running. And then I'm just going to hit this button here, which should trigger the slime block blades. Oh, we can't see. Oh, there's the lag. This is a little laggy, no doubt. We're missing it. There we go. Now we're talking. Look at it go. It's so satisfying. To see that lawnmower style harvest. Oh man, look at that. And then this is what I was talking about with it being lossless. When the blades come back, anything that's sitting on top of the leaves, they should knock it into the channels where they can then be collected up by all the minecarts and stuff. And we've got a full harvest. As you'll see the channel over here. Oh, you can't see because the slime blades cover it up. But basically, those edges end up with a bunch of sugarcane. Looks like it's already been picked up by the minecarts over here, so that's working well. Fantastic. So now what we do is we basically just wait for everything to work its way through the system. And it will ultimately end up over here. This first shulker box, or this first double chest, was basically just from the initial harvest while we were making the slime block blades. So we should end up at roughly like 3 double chests once everything works its way through the system. So yeah, good stuff. I think this thing is going to work really well, and I think it's going to be just awesome for us. This will give us all the sugarcane we need for our rocket business and then some. All right, my friends, I am back, and I think I have the whole farm all wired up now, redstone-wise. So this clock, I don't know who invented it, but I saw it in an Ilmango video. I think he had said somebody else had invented it. I don't know. I'll put links in the description to all the relevant videos. Nembon's video for the sugarcane farm itself, and then Ilmango's video for this this redstone clock here. So this is essentially a clock that can go up to about an hour between each pulse. So without getting, I don't fully understand exactly why it works. It's observer magic and stuff, but basically this dropper and this hopper down here work together so that when the whole thing is turned on, which I will do right now. There we go. When this is turned on, basically what happens is the dropper is putting the items into the chest, then the hopper is sucking them back out. But the dropper is going just a little bit faster than the hopper. So over a very long period of time, apparently filling this thing up almost completely is like 62 minutes, and I want this to go every half hour, so I filled it halfway. So basically over the course of about half an hour, it will dump all the dirt into this chest, and then what will happen is it will emit a very brief redstone pulse right here, which will unpower these torches, leading to a little torch tower here, and powering these bits of redstone dust on either side to essentially fire off the slime block flying machines. One minor correction I wanted to point out. I am dumb, and I forgot that the redstone signal coming out of this comparator will only have a signal strength of 1. So I had this reversed. So basically all I did is I swapped this out for a repeater right here, and I got rid of the little torch block here. And now it works. So every half an hour, we'll get one little pulse that will ultimately send the slime blocks off on their way. And then I wired this whole thing up, the off switch, so to speak, to all the way over here, this lever. And this is also the lever that powers these rails. So basically, this is the on-off switch for the whole entire farm. When I'm here and I want to AFK, I just turn it on, let it do its thing. And then when I'm all done, I just turn it off. And that is basically the whole farm. Now, I think what I could do is I could, you know, cover all this stuff, and it wouldn't be a big deal. Although I just realized that one's not really going to work because, I mean, I suppose what I could do is take a repeater out of this block instead because I don't want to sever the redstone. But we could cover this whole thing up with grass. I think for now, I'm just going to leave it. Just in case I, you know, notice. I want to let the farm run for a while first and make sure that, like, I didn't mess anything up, because it'll be a lot easier to access the redstone should I need it. But, yeah, that's basically the whole thing. Thanks to Nembon for the farm design. Thanks to Cubfan for helping me out with the slime blocks. And thanks to Ilmango for the awesome clock design showcase video thing. I'll put links to all that stuff in the description. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.